Well said. Hey, hello, this is Purge, bringing you guys a match from the GosuLeague. This is Navi versus GamersLeague.int, and I'm joined by WhatIsHip. How you doing, man?
I'm doing extremely well. Nice
awesome.
And well rested.
Alright, so this is a Division 1 match. This is a huge deal. Navi has only played 4 of their 7 games for this month, so that within a 3-day period, I believe they have to play 3 matches. 1 match is today. This is the match versus GL.int, and tomorrow they play 2 matches, I believe. So tomorrow they're going to play against GD, which is formerly Mouse, and also Kaipi. Those are 2 huge matches for them. So if we look at their standings, they're currently sitting 4-0 undefeated. They haven't lost a single game, so they're sitting at 8 points. Kaipi is currently leading the complete division. They're at a total of 11 points with 5 wins and 1 draw. That means they've only lost 1 game. So Navi does not have an easy ride this season by any means. And to keep matters worse for Navi, that's the best ranked team, and they haven't even played them yet. They play them tomorrow. So for Navi's favor, they need to start 2-0ing things. It's actually crucial. It's not like they can just glide through and dominate everybody and not have to worry about competition. They do actually have to perform super well today.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't win, if Kaipi keeps performing well and they perform well against Navi, they pretty much have to win every single game.
Mm-hmm.
Because if not, they're going to tie.
Yep.
We'll have to see how Gamers League fares. I've seen a bit of their play lately, and they seem like they're playing pretty well together. They have some really good synergy. They've been playing together for a pretty long time now, so they've got 2 stand-ins. We'll have to see how that impacts their play today. But
yeah, and they're not sitting bad on points either. Not terrible. Well, it's not that great, but they're sitting at 3rd place currently, which is not it's respectable. Out of 8 teams, that's pretty solid. They're at 6 points. They have 3 wins. That's 3 2-0s, and they also have 2 0-2s. So they've taken 0-2s against 2 teams. So they're not really a threat against Navi unless they 2-0 Navi, and then Navi ends up failing really hard tomorrow. I don't really see that happening. I think Navi and Kaipi are going to be the ones fighting for the 1st place match, but GL does want to get as many points as possible because 3rd place does pay out prize money. So it's going to be crucial to them if they can get as many points as possible. Any game that you win, you get 1 point, which is why we do 2 game sets. So GL.int, not bad. They could definitely take a game off Navi if they have a good day and Navi has a bad one. But like you said, 2 stand-ins on GL.int. Navi's got their full roster, and I hear their full roster is pretty good.
yeah, I think we've seen a bit of their full roster play. It seems pretty good. We'll have to see what kind of plays they have. I'm really liking the new style of picks, the new style of play we've been getting since 6.75. Batrider and Jakiro 1st round bans from Navi. That's a pretty telltale indication of the new style of play. Both those heroes have gotten unbelievably strong, and Tidehunter's going to be the 1st pick up here for Navi.
Interesting to see him picked up already. 1st pick doesn't reveal any strategy at all. Of course, they can use this as a support. Most likely will be a long lane solo, though. That's been the most popular way to see the hero get drafted lately. Light of Heaven will most likely play it if it is in the long lane. 2 picks now coming for GL.int. Heroes that are left in the pool. We have Rubik. We have Naga Siren. We could see any other OP heroes. Most of the main ones that are really strong right now are banned, though. I do like all the bans that were put down, but a Rubik and possibly, I don't know, maybe even a Chen or something like that is possible as well. But they've got plenty of time to make their decision here.
Yep, even taking, and they're not going to go for a Fast Nature's Prophet. I was going to say maybe they'll pick Chen here just to keep it away from Puppy. But like you said, Tidehunter so great in that long lane. As long as he doesn't get dominated, it allows him to get that level 6 up, get that Ravage up, and hopefully perform in team fights. And they pick up an Undying and Mirana immediately as their fix.
I'm even surprised about the Nature's Prophet pick, because that hero isn't very played at the moment. There's not a lot of teams that really like the hero. I mean, I'm sure they like the hero, but it's a little harder to make stuff happen with them, because global TPs work, but there's a lot of tri-lanes going on right now, and Nature's Prophet versus a tri-lane is not always the best option, because they're usually going to have nasty disables. And Navi does pick up the Undying, a hero that has been seeing crap loads of play lately. You just put him in a really strong, you just put him in a tri-lane, and you make the sexiest tri-lane you've ever seen, and then you just dominate faces. And that's basically what's been happening. With Mirana drafted as well, though, this may mean that they're doing a dual lanes, possibly, because unless Mirana is a semi-common tri-lane hero, he can also long lane solo, or she can also long lane solo decently. So maybe it'll be like Mirana long lane with the Tidehunter Undying range, but that would be kind of weird as well. So I'm assuming Mirana might even mid. It might be Dendi mid, Mirana Undying tri-lane with the Tidehunter long lane. That's my predictions for Navi's lanes right now.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a possibility. I mean, Undying, like you said, is so strong in pretty much any lane you put him in. Decay, bring so much strength out of your opponents that it's pretty easy to bring them down with a double stun. But going into the second ban phase here, Disruptor as well as Naga Siren going to be banned out. And Naga's a hero with that 12 base damage nerf. It seems like people aren't picking her as much. It's probably not just because of that. A lot of styles of play have developed to kind of deal with that. Disruptor has a lot of play, Rubik as well, and any sort of silence or Rubik's a great way to turn around the sleep as well.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Been seeing her less and less, and I can't say I'm sorry about it.
Let me get some audio checks quick. Someone in chat saying they can't hear you in Dota TV. Can you just double check that your mic's on, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me ask here, what is hip in game?
It's on, but it's not like registering. That's
okay.
Weird.
Have you tried changing the mic? Maybe it's set on the wrong thing. He's very quiet is what they're saying. You're very quiet in game, but I'm also very quiet in game as well.
He's quiet. I turned it up. Maybe that will help.
Okay. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, yeah. I'll turn the mic up a little bit as well. Maybe that will be better.
Sure. Yeah, go for it. I'll just adjust you down again. It'll be okay.
All right. And
Perfect.
while we're away, Broodmother and Bounty Hunter are going to be banned out. Leshrac and Shadow Shaman as well. And Bounty Hunter is one of those heroes that I really, really like in the current metagame. In that long lane, I think he's really, really effective. Gets levels really quickly and contributes so much to mid-game team fights just by giving your team such a huge boost of gold. It's unbelievable.
Especially when you have chasing heroes like Chaos Knight or something like that, or even Undying. Any position-based or tanky teamfight heroes like that need to just stay alive for a long time, movement speed is extremely important towards keeping you alive. And it's not something that it seems super obvious, but you can always move to be aggressive when you need to and retreat when you're taking too much damage. And that balance is exactly what movement speed is perfect for. And it, like I said, it seems like a very small thing, but it is a massive difference if you have a movement speed advantage over your opponent. So Bounty Hunter is really nasty as well, not just for the gold, but also because of the movement speed. And I'm actually kind of surprised to see Leshrac wait all the way until second round to get banned. He is a little less favored than he was previously because of the nerf to Diabolic Edict. They did add a cast animation, which is, man, they buffed him way back in Dota 1, actually. Maybe not way back, but probably more than a year ago now was when Leshrac got that buff finally, because he was not played at all. People would say, why would I pick a Leshrac when I can just pick a Lina and have more damage? Well, the answer's there. Diabolic Edict's really good against single targets and towers, so. But he needed the nerf. He was a little too strong.
I think he was just a bit too flexible, and he's still pretty effective at pushing towers. It doesn't really change that too much, but the biggest thing about Diabolic Edict was it was so good for chasing that you couldn't really deal with it, and she could do pretty much everything. And now she's a little bit more concentrated towards pushing. I just assumed Leshrac was a she, but she has a beard. He has a beard, so it's probably not a she. Probably less really manly woman.
Whose beards are you talking about?
Leshrac's beard.
Leshrac's beard. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's a dude.
Yeah, it's definitely not a woman.
A male.
A male
centaur, forest creature, magical. It's definitely a forest creature. So that's undeniable. Windrunner's getting picked up for the raiding team, actually. Yes, that is the raiding team. So it's going to be a Windrunner long lane, probably Nature's Prophet jungle, Chaos Knight, Rubik. Maybe Chaos Knight plus another. They don't really have a solo mid yet. Unless Nature's Prophet does something like the mid and can gank side lanes, that works out too. Navi actually picks up an axe. Very surprising draft out of them. The weirdest thing about their lineup is they have very few disables, actually. So I'm guessing this is going to be a tri-lane for sure. Possibly, God, I really don't know. Maybe Mirana Tide AA, and then they'll put a solo Undying and a solo Axe. Or maybe they'll do Tide Ancient Apparition Undying tri-lane with Mirana solo and solo Axe. I think that's what we're going to be seeing. I don't expect to see a jungling Axe. I think this is going to be a lane Axe. But I might be wrong as well. They have really weird here. They have so many different lane setups. It's really going to throw the raiding team for a loop, I think.
Yeah, it's going to make it a lot harder for them to set up a response to those lanes and try to shut them down. I mean, the biggest problem is that if they put Axe in the jungle, their lanes aren't that strong. Like, the lane that has the Undying in it is going to be strong, but besides that, you don't have the strength. Yeah, it's going to be Havos on Mirana, and
Denny's playing A then, I guess.
Playing A mid, I guess.
So they're doing an A mid, possibly against Nature's Prophet. Havost, Arzart playing Tide. I guess that means Light of Heaven's playing Undying, unless Light of Heaven playing A, but I'd be really surprised about that. Interesting players. Dendi is going to be playing Ancient Emperor, so we're going to see a Light of Heaven Undying. Very, very different. We almost... I mean, I don't think I've ever seen Navi even play that hero. It doesn't really fit in their typical player lineups, you know? Hobos always goes on a farmer. Yeah. But this was a hero that Navi used so much during the International 1, actually, was on Mirana. At that point, Mirana was drafted almost every single game, and at this point, people weren't that familiar with who Hobost was. And he was the replacement when Arzart shifted out. No, am I crazy right now? Yeah, Arzart, yeah. So, Arzart replaced Artstyle, of course, but Hobost wasn't super well known at the time. Navi had only been a team for a little bit before that point, so he played a lot of Mirana, though, in TI1 is my point. This is a very commonly played hero. I guess Light of Heaven must be AFK. So let's go over the players really quick. I'll do the rating team. This is Team Gamers League. They need to take as many points as possible to try to secure themselves a third place. I don't see them taking first or second, but I think they could maybe take third. We have Fayelette's playing Nature's Prophet, CHW on Enigma. We have Sky playing Chaos Knight, Quix playing Rubik, and Dement playing Windrunner.
And for Navi, it's going to be Arsard playing the Tidehunter, Puppy on the Axe, Havos going to be playing the Mirana, and Dendi on the Ancient Apparition. And I think I fixed my in-game mic. I just have to.
I could hear you now.
There we go.
I just have to turn you off.
Excellent.
All right.
Better?
I did hear you briefly, so I know that they're getting audio. It sounded pretty low, but 0 damage on 9, pretty sick stuff. Oh yeah, overlay. Ha 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 ha. Remember, just enough time to get you guys really pissed, but not actually interrupt any play. Perfect. Perfect. I hope it's always like that. If I never control you for 30 seconds or something.
You know how Toby like consistently misses first blood? I consistently mess up the overlay. It's so bad.
Dude, check out this Nature's Prophet horns. They're sick.
Whoa, whoa.
It's a freaking
Those are fancy.
Circle. It's like a halo. Weird, dude. Anyways, let's see what the lanes are going to be. It looks like it might be... This is a double Stout Shield on Axe. Wow. Really surprised to see this. Okay, a couple things about double Stout Shield. God, I wish Puppy didn't do this, because I know all the pubs are going to do this. The only reason this is probably going to work out is because he got extra armor transfer. It looks like they're cutting creeps is what's happening. They're actually doing a Undying Tidehunter Axe tri-lane. What their goal is they are going to go here, and they're just going to cut creeps. The reason he has a double Stout Shield is because it raises the chance to block. It doesn't give you a chance to block 40 damage, it raises your chance to block 20. So it raises his chance to block 20 damage to about 84%, I believe. So pretty much every single hit from a creep is going to be blocked. So that means from very low damage sources, this actually becomes cost efficient, but only from very low damage sources. Against heroes, it's not cost efficient. You'd be better off buying more regen. But it is going to work out here because he got extra regen pulled to him. So, for this reason only, it's going to work. But if you guys go to lane with just a double Stout Shield and the Tango, you're never going to have enough. Wow, chat is freaking out right now, and it's awesome. I love it. Alright, Puppy picks up the Illusion, and they will be swinging to the bot lane. Dement is down here, as is Chaos Knight. Is this really this is a Windrunner Chaos Knight dual lane, it looks like.
These are the weirdest lanes I've seen in quite a long time. This is pretty clever play. Doing this lane cut, it's... interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, this illusion is so nice, though, because illusions can spin for full damage. So these are doing full spin damage, by the way. So if they do take some hits, yeah, there it is, the spin, look at that. And he hasn't lost a single bit of HP just yet. So now the creep waves start diving. They're going to do some right clicks on Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight does not have a Stout Shield. This is a big deal, because any creeps that do dive on him, he is going to take damage from. A decent amount of damage as well. So when the actual engagement finally happens, he might be in a scary HP situation. But he is getting some decent last hits.
Yeah, I mean, he's already at a quarter health. He already had to use one Tango, probably going to have to use another. And they're just going to keep cutting the creeps. This Illusion Rune, he even just soul ripped the Illusion Rune. Lets them stay for free, basically. And now Puppy's going to go into the jungle, and he's getting XP and gold from that as well. And so far, this is working out pretty well. Let's check out the other lanes. Vos going to be paired up against Fayelette's in the top lane. And looks like he's going to be going Ring of Aquila eventually.
It's an interesting lane for Havos. He has a lot of regen because the treants will harass him, of course. See if the Nature's Prophet is able to do some good damage. Bot tower, they're still kind of hanging around, camping the creep wave. Undying as well as Tide are splitting this EXP evenly. Now they're using Anchor Smash. Very, very smart. And interesting, he actually grabbed Soul Rip at level 1 just for the extra heals in the burst. Very smart. If you're with an axe, you want to have that up. So now they are level 2. They have 3 level 2 heroes versus a level 2 Windrunner and a level 2 Chaos Knight. So they have a huge 2-level advantage, a 2-level on a hero advantage. And now I think they're going to start diving. Just maybe. Well, Creep Wave's going to die, so they're going to have to wait a bit again, but they will be able to cut this again. Axe level 2. We'll see what he does with his skill points. I think he'll go double Battle Hunger, most likely. Is what I expect to see. Counter Helix is great, but a double Battle Hunger does increase the damage by quite a bit, as well as the duration. So, and there he is, picks up the Creep Wave. It is a double Battle Hunger, so now they can dive. They're thinking about a couple hits on the tower. There's the Glyph being used. Tide is looking for him. I love the fact that they used the Quellion Blade to have a juke spot. Very, very smart. That way they don't have to get guaranteed to fight.
Yeah, this is very clever by both teams, and basically what Navi's trying to do is just chip away heroes, but now Enigma's over, there's the Rift.
So the first stun comes through. Malphus as well, where you have a TP as well from Nature's Prophet. Gush right before he gets killed, but the Tombstone goes down. Sky is going to get cleaned up, though, by him dying. And now they're going to fight on top of the Nature's Prophet. The Tombstone did get picked off. Nice play by Dement. And he's actually orb walking onto the Light of Heaven a little bit. But Puppey taking some more right clicks. Phaelix is putting him low, but there's the Battle Hunger. And now things get really bad. Shackle is going to delay Puppey a little bit. And Puppey is getting low. Stout Shield's not doing quite enough to defend him. One Gush as well. That puts Nature's Prophet so low, but will he actually die? Puppey's getting low. Great heal from Light of Heaven. Buys him a second. But a 2 seconds die. I think he will get killed here. He does get picked off by Chaos Knight. Just barely. Light of Heaven another Malphus. And Narzo used an Anchor Smash to reduce the base damage. And he will survive. So Nature's Prophet ends up getting out. Look at all the HP of everybody on the Radiant team right now. They all took a bunch of damage.
Yeah, that was a pretty wild fight, and went a bit in the favor here of Gamers League. But you do have to remember that while this was happening, Havos getting free farm in the top lane. So that's going to help him out a lot, give him some extra room. He's already got a Basilius and 11 last hits. But Nature's Prophet able to come right back.
Yep, he's going to take a little bit of Starstorm damage from Havos. Kind of a nice play there. He's doing his best to harass. Actually, this is very smart. He's got a lot of regen himself, and since Nature's Prophet just came back to the lane, that means his TP's on cooldown, and that if he does get too low, he's just going to have to completely leave. He misses one Starstorm here, trying to pick off some more harass, but either way, he's got a Tango and a Salve. He's going to purchase a bottle as well. Now Phaelix is at half HP.
Yeah, and he was trying to make moves there, I think, with the Starstorm, but didn't quite connect, so not able to, but Phaelix still has to back up a fair bit.
Men trying to get last hits on the bot lane due to Battle Hunger. Axe now has a Boots and a Ring of Protection. He will be going for Tranquil Boots most likely. And of course harassing with Battle Hunger whenever possible. Very important that he can get the harass off. Tidehunter is still here. Light of Heaven coming back though. He's got Boots and a Magic Stick now with a Rigor Basilius, so pretty decent survivability on him. But the EXP is going to get a little draining here on the bot lane for Navi. They had a nice little start, but after losing heroes, they put these dual lanes up to level 4s. So that makes it difficult. We'll see Rubik swing around the mid lane on Dendy. Dendy's got to play very safe. He's currently got 3 levels in Cold Feet as well as 1 level of stats. And there's the Telekinesis. He could be in some trouble here. That's a DD on top of the... Oh man, the stun goes through though.
Wow.
Within tower range. And Dendy gets pretty lucky there.
Yeah.
Able to barely survive. The Cold Feet procced just in time. Very dangerous. And there's Boots and Bottle for him.
Yeah, he was bottle crowing and he picked up the Boots as well while it was back. That was extremely lucky. That could have very easily turned into a death for Dendy.
He's going to do the harass once again. Cold Feet going in. It might actually get the Frost off. Can he get the kill? Quicks goes. He is a little unsure what to do. He's going to have to bottle. No, he gets killed by creeps. Oh my gosh, Dendy got a free kill there. Man, he was unsure what he wanted to do. He's like, I want to go in, and then he kind of like did this big circle and ends up getting the Cold Feet procced while low HP. That was a pretty big mistake from the Rubik. A ulti comes bot lane. Only going to get the Chaos Knight. Going to see a Gush, though. This actually could be bad for him. No spins, though. 3 seconds on a Puppey. Shackle follow-up. Puppey's going to die for this one. Great Shackle follow-up there from Dement. 2 levels of Shackle. 1 Telekinesis on Light of Heaven, but I think that's all they're getting out of it. But either way, good pickup. Picking off Puppey there.
Yeah, every time you kill this tri-lane, it stops their momentum so much, it's going to bring down their levels as well. And if you get a good level advantage over the tri-lane, the 2v3 doesn't become as much of a problem, especially when you have a huge lack of stuns, like Navi's team does. So we'll see if they can make something happen. I mean, they're still going to have the Undying. He has no levels in Decay yet, which is interesting. I mean, he is only level 3, so his options are pretty limited. They'd opt for 2 levels in the Tombstone.
And no Decay yet. That's going to be weird. I think Decay is such a good spell. It really is. One of the best early game spells in the game. But because of what they're doing, they opted for the Soul Rip instead, and I think that was a fine choice. But they haven't been able to get the kills that they necessarily expected to. So, best last hits on the game currently is sitting on the Mirana. She's doing very well top. Apparently, I know she bought a bottle at one point. Maybe she's bottle crane. They're all bottle crane, I guess. It's a Wraith Band and a bottle coming. So, 15 damage out of the Aquila. Really good base damage. Will help her out last hit, the Nature's Prophet, who's rushing a Mechanism, by the way. Picked up a Headdress first.
And we've seen Puppey now rotate into his own juggle. And I think this is mostly because they weren't... I mean, they got their small XP lead in the beginning. They were trying to get that tower, but Enigma rotated over, and we saw that fight where they lost, and then he got picked off again. So he knows that at this point, that tri lane's pretty lost. So he's going to head into the jungle and just start to make up some XP, and hopefully let their now dual lane get a bit more XP and make up for the losses they had in the beginning. It's a pretty smart move. He's being extremely flexible. It's really important, obviously, at this level of play. So we'll see what they can make up now.
Yeah, Puppey just showed himself there on the lane. Slight mistake from him, but won't be able to get the gank off on the Nature's Prophet. He's not backing off. If he actually would have played that, if he wouldn't have gotten spotted at least, he would have gotten the level 2 Battle Hunger. And he's actually maxing out counter helix first, which is interesting. Now, the downside to this is that his Battle Hunger is less strong, so his ganking won't be as there, but he will be able to farm much faster in the jungle, spinning for a little bit more damage per hit. So, and this was recently buffed, now doing 200 damage, 205 damage at level 4, which is pretty decent damage output.
And in the mid lane here, Dendy again using Cold Feet on Quicks, who has now a bit of support from Dement. And Dendy's now up in the air. He's going to run away. He gets Cold Feeted himself. And he's going to make it out.
So he picks up Ice Vortex at 8. Interesting skill build. But does give him a lot more survivability. Our Ancient Apparition does have trouble with survivability as a hero. Let's go with for Wand Bottle Boots first. He's going to try to contest the rune. It's going to be bottom, actually, so they won't snag it, but the Radiant team will. Dement is all over this here. Playing a support Windrunner. Very interesting, support Windrunner. We don't see this very often, but if you land Shackle, I mean, it's one of the best disables early game. Won't have a lot of damage to follow it up with, but he's going to guard the rune. Rubik's going to be able to snag that and may see some ganks bottom. Nope, they're going to play safe, looks like.
Looks like they're banking their damage on this Chaos Knight because, like you said, Shackle on Windrunner. He has only 1 point in Power Shot, which is extremely unusual, but we did see him laning with that Chaos Knight. Rubik's actually going to be a pretty significant amount of damage in the mid-game as well. He's got a lot of damage over time spells that he can steal from Navi that are going to increase their damage in team fights a lot. I mean, right now he has Cold Feet. He's going to have the ability to steal Decay. He's going to be able to steal Tombstone if he gets really lucky. Even Anchor Smash. All of those abilities are a pretty good mid-game damage, and it gives you an extra little level bump in the middle, and we'll see if they can use that to make some differences in the mid-game team fights.
Looks like Dendy wanted to fight bottom, but his ulti ends up missing. Axe gets a kill on the top lane. That was versus the Nature's Prophet. He used Culling Blade on that guy. Looks like we did not actually see an arrow leap as well as a Starstorm. Sorry, I missed that one. But top killed now. Rubik taking some damage mid. What was that from? He stole Ice Blast, actually. Stole Ice Blast. Looked like he tried to kill Dendy. Dendy TP'd out, possibly. I'm missing everything now. But he's able to cut these creeps so well now with the counter helix. It's pretty amazing. And
now he's being able to put that damage on the tower after you cut those creeps. They're going to have to use another fortification. And they're just going to continue damaging the tower. We'll see. They're going to have to be careful. They don't want it to get into 9 range unless they know they can take it. Looks like they're pretty confident right now.
Arzar getting out of position. Tombstone goes down. There's the heal. Going to buy him some time. A ulti comes through. That might be able to kill Dement. Dement will die from this one. Chaos Knight might get low as well. The zombies are on him. He's buying stuff. The zombies go through. They're hitting him. They're getting low. Will they get the Shatter Range? They do, just barely. Undying getting the last hit. Look at where are these zombies going?
They're chasing him all the way back to base. The Enigma. Oh, no, they die finally.
Oh, did he TP or something? Must have teleported. Okay.
Enigma TP'd.
Experts just seen a Vanguard now, so plenty of regen and HP.
Oh, this could be bad for Dendy. In the mid lane here, he runs into invisible Quicks, and he smartly goes straight back to the tower. Gets lifted beforehand, and there's a whole great combo there from Quicks. Gets the Ice Blast, and Dendy should live, but Phaelats is TPing in as well.
Ooh, nice juking from Dendy. He was ready for that one. You will be able to heal up from this. Remember how Shatter works from the Ice Blast. You have to get below a certain percentage of HP. It's usually around 10% or so. Level 1, I believe, is 9, perhaps. It's actually 10%. Gonna find a Nature's Prophet. Arzard, I think, will be able to kill. Here comes A ulti. This is gonna secure it. Nice hit from Dendy, picked off, but putting a Arzard on the high ground. He's got a Ravage, though. He can Ravage this. He's gonna wait for his allies to get here. There's the Ravage coming through. Wand, as well as the Anchor Smash. Tons of damage on Quicks. Trying to turn things around. Somebody else is coming. It's gonna be a Light of Heaven. There's the Tombstone dropped, but not enough zombies really being spawned there.
Yeah, it just wasn't quite quick enough to get there in time. But the Cold Feet now, Dendy's coming in, and it looks like they might be able to get this kill. Oh, and he tries to TP out, and he's definitely going to die now. He could have just kept running, I think.
He may have still died, though. Another Cold Feet cooldown from Ancient Apparition could have snagged it. But Arzard's still at the mana, so another level 4 Anchor Smash snags the kill. I actually like how he plays a support Tidehunter, but he still maxes Anchor Smash. That's pretty cool. But most importantly, he skipped 1 level of Kraken Shell. He has the Stout Shield, so as a support hero, he doesn't really need the Kraken Shell except for the disable removal, which is the main thing. So he puts 2 levels in Gush and then maxes Anchor Smash, which gives him the max amount of single target damage. And if you're in a tri-lane, you really don't need the survivability. So I like the fact that he did that. Gank going bottom, actually, is on top of Puppey. He's trapped in the trees. A ulti coming, and it might land on him. It will, actually. So now he's pretty guaranteed to die. Just has to get below 10%. And goodbye to Puppey. Spends his money, picks up an Urn. I love this build. Urn Tranquil Boots on Axe. Very cool. If you get charges, use Battle Hunger and an Urn on a single target. It really does increase your single target damage.
Yeah, it's a lot of DOT, and you can go down extremely quickly. Now Dendy's getting picked up in mid lane. There's a really nice arrow from Havos. Oh, there's a black hole in Dendy, though. We'll see if they can do anything to stop it. Looks like he is just going to go down. Havos trying to get as much as he can out of it, though.
Yeah, oh, he looks in a lot of trouble. Yeah, Cold Feet's getting the last hit there. Miranda gets killed, buys back, actually. Really? He really wants to get the kill. He doesn't even have cooldowns just yet. There's a Starstorm. I really don't know if that was worth it, though. Gonna go. Arzar was thinking about coming from the opposite side. That's what they're waiting for. Will he gush this? First telekinesis, looking for an arrow, but there's Eidolons in the way. Here comes the arrow. It's going to land on Phaelets. Here comes the Starstorm for max damage on top of Phaelets. If that does hit twice, it does. And I think he will be able... Oh, Havos not getting the kill. He does get him. Just barely. Axe still chasing after Enigma. He really wants this kill super fast here. Wants to reset to, yeah, Urn and Battle Hunger. Look at the damage output on the Enigma. He's going to be able to get this kill. Has recharged it, and that is a guaranteed kill. Enigma gets picked off. Axe taking some right clicks as well. Thinking about casting it again, and just going to cut the creeps now. So, nice plays from Puppey. That's all it takes is one kill, and then you've got the Urn.
Yeah, as soon as you've got that Urn, gives you a little bit of extra damage, a little bit of extra snowball, but he runs straight into the sky.
Ooh, nice arrow dodge. Battle Hunger's used still. He does not have Berserker's Call yet, so he may just back off. Tidehunter is here, and he's got Ravage. Most importantly, Dement's looking for Shackles. He's going to throw the Shackle on Puppey. There's the Ravage, catching two. Dement taking the burst damage. Little mistake from him. They thought they were ready to go aggressive, but Tide shows up, and Havos also here. Here comes the long-range arrow, trying to land an arrow. Oh my god, the creep! But he's taking some Battle Hunger damage. I think he's going to die. He's going to try to bottle through. I think he will end up getting picked off. Arzard's going to die in the other team fight, though. Puppey going for some right clicks. Stealing a spell. Couple more hits on Quicks. Puppey's in trouble, though. He's out of Urn charges. He's got an 8 charge wand in a second, and Light of Heaven shows up. Going to be able to pick off some Eidolons and keep the Tombstone alive. So, Undying now sitting on some pretty solid items. Picks up an Ogre Club next. Might be going BKB here. Would be an interesting choice. Battle Hunger on Quicks as he takes some more damage, but the Tombstone will get last hit.
Yeah, and that fight was a really good example of one of the many reasons that teams have been picking up Undying lately. When you put that Tombstone down and it's level 4, you cannot fight near it at all because your supports just get shredded. So you saw them had backup, and then that pretty much paved the way for Puppey to move in there aggressively and put down the extra Battle Hungers, and he got that one kill. They weren't able to make anything else happen, but...
So arrow coming mid. Nothing is. They find Enigma, actually. There's Battle Hunger to start things off. Gush as well. He looks pretty dead. Couple right clicks, and there's the ulti. Gives him some huge movement speed. He's following in, going for the next chase. Oh, tries to use Berserker's Call, excuse me, but unable to land it. And an Urn Soul Rip on Havos, and they're not done fighting yet. There's all 5 heroes here. Phaelet's going to try to TP out. Arrow's going to land. Does land a stun. Great Shackle as well. Phaelets may survive, and he does TP out just barely. Arzar gets 2 seconds stunned. Will he be able to survive? Oh, man, great call as well. And another heal coming through. Dement now on the escape. Puppey's still chasing. Windrun's used to escape. Best part about this Axe build is after he engages, it doesn't even matter. He can immediately get healed up using Tranquil as well as Urn. Wand helping out for the mana aspects. And even the mana regen on Urn is not bad either.
Yeah, that was a... He's got a really nice little pad going for him. And now he's got enough money for the Blink Dagger if he does choose to go with that build. And that'll let him initiate even stronger.
So Phaelets, no mech just yet. One decay being used. Light of Heaven actually getting caught, but he uses the Quelling Blade. Very smart. And there's Cold Feet. Shackle on Puppey. Puppey's to be stunned for a long time here. Battle Hunger used offensively against him, and he might have to get killed here. We'll see. There's the Black Hole. Going to guarantee a kill on at least 1, maybe 2. Havos and Puppey get picked up. Dendy's going to force that, but doesn't go where he needs to and takes a 4-second stun. This looks terrible for Navi. I don't think Light of Heaven can do a whole lot here other than spawn zombies. He might still try to make the play. We'll see decay in 3 seconds, and he's just going to stroll out of there. Way too much right click. Nature's Prophet goes for the TP, but will not catch Light of Heaven. He's run in a weird way. And even if he did get sprouted, he could actually use Quelling Blade, so...
That was a really unfortunate fight for Navi. I think they were just a little bit overextended at that point. They'd been sitting around there for a long time. I mean, like you said, Axe has a lot of heal. They have a couple sets of mana boots, but Enigma came over with that Black Hole and set up the double kill. It stopped a lot of their momentum. It was a great Black Hole.
Yeah, it was, definitely. Especially when they're that low. Especially against an inescapable hero like Mirana. I'm sure he had leap off cooldown. It was like,
That's now trying to TP out and is going to make it. No stuns.
I'm sorry, who did they almost catch? Oh, that's Prophet. Okay.
Yeah. But he just
Well,
left.
they could have ravaged, but that's scary. If you lose Ravage on a support Tidehunter when your Gush is only 2, it's like, well, I don't really have a whole lot, but got that at least. I actually like Dendy's item build a lot. Force Staff first, he's going into Mech afterwards. Hasn't picked up Arcane Boots. I actually don't like Arcane that early on Ancient Apparition because it does make him a little too squishy, and his int gain is fantastic. I mean, he does have plus 19 here, sitting from the Buckler and the Wand and the Force Staff, but I don't think that int is exactly what you need on Ancient Apparition. Who's getting ganked top? He actually gets blocked in, but there's a haste ring. He's going to have to use this. There's the first stun, though. Yeah, he is dead. Wow. Big burst damage on him. That was like 4 out of 5. And he's like, why were you all there? He's so confused.
Oh, that was a mean gank.
Yep.
That was a very... But he did die, and he didn't even get a chance to pop the haste rune.
Too bad for him. Yeah, there were way too many stuns. The first Reality Rift hit him. The problem was that he was sprouted in, so he didn't realize that all of the team was there. So he threw the blind arrow, landed the arrow, and was like, okay, I've got this. I can get the kill. And then he's, oh, 3 heroes with stuns. Okay. And then the death came. So Windrunner will try to defend bot. A ulti coming to the top lane, try to slow down the push a bit. See if he pays attention to this. And comes the ulti. Perfect. Gonna land on a lot of heroes. Won't stop the push, though. Enigma gets the last hit there. And Navi will back up.
Yeah, this is the Navi style of play, though. Around 20 minutes, you see them continuing to siege, and they pretty much just wait until you make a big mistake, and they're able to take out your carry. And then it gives them an opportunity to sort of move in and maybe grab a Rax, something that we see them do all the time. And Puppy's just continuing to get tons and tons of gold, tons of experience, going through the jungle. He's got his Blink Dagger now.
Enigma may go mid now. Yeah, Blink Dagger's on a lot of heroes. Blink on Axe, there's a blink on Enigma. Now, he will have to worry about getting stunned, so if he blinks in and he doesn't catch Tidehunter, that's going to be really rough for him. And there's possibilities for arrows, because I expect Mirana to actually be on the outside pretty commonly. So, but if he doesn't have to worry about something like arrow or Tidehunter Ravage, he's going to be able to get a sick black hole off. And that's kind of what he's waiting for at the moment. He's actually not farming too hard this game. It's 19 minutes in, he's only got 53 last hits. He has been team fighting a lot. And
yeah, he's sort of been forced into fighting.
Yep.
Not ideal for him, but it's pretty necessary. You're just facing full team fight like this. And Phael's trying to get out again. There's an Ice Blast from Dendy. Oh, the Cold Feet does latch, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to grab the kill.
Wow, the chain stunning has been insane. Nature's Prophet doing his best to hide. He did not want to get spotted there. The mech does get used. Was he waiting for the mech the whole time? He's going to use the AA Blast actually against Navi. That's a little payback. That puts them all pretty darn low, actually, and they don't feel safe fighting anymore. That's going to put them close to death range, and there's no way they can heal from that. That was actually a pretty good interruption of Roshan. It was about halfway. They would have gotten it, I think, but it would have taken a while.
Yeah, that was extremely smart. Now, they're at that point, Dement now just double-checking to make sure they're gone, but that was pretty crucial. That was pretty much going unchecked, but nice ult.
Rubik buying a Blink Dagger now. No Force Staff yet for him. So he's opting for the huge reach. Axe gets a kill on Nature's Prophet. That was a Blink Culling Blade, I'm assuming, with an arrow. Yes, that was an arrow as well as a Blink Culling Blade. So pretty big damage there. Havos actually not doing as hot as we expected to see him on items, considering he had pretty early free farm. He has died 3 times now. Phase Boots bottle, Yasha with an Aquila Wand. It's a lot of little utility stuff, and you have to keep in mind that does really add up and delay any core items that you're getting.
Yeah, I mean, if he hadn't bought the Wand, he'd almost have the Ultimate Orb, so... I mean, he has pretty respectable last hits. He's got 100 now, but those 3 deaths really impede your farm.
Yeah, they really do. So Dendy just trying to finish his mech up top. He's only 100 gold away. He will get it shortly, but here comes the gank. Chaos Knight wants it. Only treads, really, plus a wand. Here's the Rift. Force Staff's going to keep him away a bit. He does use Cold Feet as well on Enigma. It's going to buy him a second, but he is about to get stunned. 4-second stun. He can buy his mech, and he does buy his mech. So that's all of the gold that he needs. Another Vortex. He's going to try to stroll, but nothing. So... successful gank, but oh, Puppy's going to counter-initiate. First call being used. We're going to have a Gush follow-up in a second. There's the first Gush. And after Chaos Knight, he looks pretty dead. He's going to pay for that one. Undying getting the kill. Can they get a follow-up? Here is the Nature's Prophet. Not going to ravage it. Here's the arrow.
Almost.
He needs some slow. Hobos is chasing, though. Phaelats has a Sprout in 3 seconds, but he's going to be able to stay in melee range. And I think that's pretty much it for him. I mean, he's not going to be able to get away from this. As long as Hobos stays really close, might see a Sprout now. We'll see. Is he going to Sprout ever? I guess he's just going to take the nukes, and that's it. Like, no chance. Puppy wanted the last hit. Mine!
Gotta give him the axe. Alright, now that we have a second, I have to... The reason I'm soft in game is because of Skype, so I'm turning myself up a bit. Skype, the overbearing application, controls everything else.
Does it?
Yep. It sets your mic level, so I was quiet in game because of Skype. Should be fixed now, though.
Well, I am using my desk mic. I can turn up my mic receiver now. I'm gonna try doing that. Let me know if I get way too loud. Tell me, how's it now?
I have to turn you down, it's fine.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to adjust, because I'm probably a lot louder. Yeah, and I'm gonna reduce XSplit a little bit here. Test, 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 test. Test, test. Just turn it down like right there. It should be about the same on XSplit, I think, on stream. And that should make me louder in game. Sorry about that, guys.
It's confusing when you have like 3 applications running that are all using your sound.
Yeah, that's the main issue. It's like, well, if I turn up here, then it's going to be too loud here, and then I have to adjust that down, and that'll take a little going.
Hopefully that's better now, as we wait
Yes.
for the pause. And Puppy's got another 2,000 gold.
Does he really already? He's got a lot. He's got the best kills on the game. 8, 4, and 4. He has died a couple times, but what do you think he's going to do with this money?
That's a good question. He could get more health? Maybe a heart or something? I'm not sure. It depends what role they want him to play, I guess.
I think maybe a Shiva's, possibly. Lots of armor, and big end pool as well. So he'll be able to spam Battle Hungers. That'll be good.
Sounds good to me. Did not.
And reducing the attack speed of their heroes. And if you look at the Radiant team, they actually don't have that much magic nuke. It's a lot of right-click. Nature's Prophet, Chaos Knight, as well as Windrunner. There's a gank on Light of Heaven. He tries to put some nukes down, not able to. Wow, that was a big shackle from Dement, actually. Does catch him on the bot lane. There's been a lot of ganking from these guys, actually. A lot of ganking from the Radiant team.
Yeah, and it's been smart. It's because it doesn't really give Na'Vi the opportunity to form up like they like to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's definitely the goal with this lineup, getting those big team fights. I mean, if you get caught out with Tombstone and then you get Ravaged as well, that's so many zombies just building up while you're stunned, and then you're trying to run away. But they haven't really gotten the opportunity to have those perfect fights in the last couple of minutes, so definitely stop their progress. I mean, we saw them, the Roche got broken up, and GamersLeague just doing everything they can to keep Na'Vi apart. It's working pretty well so far.
And they haven't attempted it yet. Roshan is still regenning, but if we look at the graphs, EXP is in Na'Vi's favor, not a massive amount. Gold graph is actually kind of peaking back down a bit, and it will look bad for them late game. It's going to happen. Chaos Knight is going to be a harder carry this game than I think Mirana will be. She doesn't have her Manta Style quite yet because he has had some delayed farm, and most importantly, Chaos Knight's got his armlet. He does not have a drum this game, but his right-click damage is going to start getting pretty sick, especially when he gets closer to 16, and he's going to have all of those really nasty illusions in the fight.
And now the Ultimate Orb finally for Vosen. They did increase the cost of the Manta recipe, so it's going to be a little bit longer for him to grab it. But he almost completed.
Still a good item, though.
Yep.
Still worth it.
Light of Heaven now, if he does want to go for that BKB, is very close. We'll see what he decides to do with that money. I mean, BKB would make sense for what he's just been doing so far.
Mm-hmm. And they have a lot of nasty disables. That's the main thing. One thing he's going to actually have to be careful about is not getting his tombstones stolen. It's one of those spells. Or even Flesh Golem. Both really, really good team fight skills. I mean, if Rubik can just steal Flesh Golem and pop it off right away, it does increase his survivability as well as just the damage amp in fights. Downside is that he's a ranged hero, so there's less likely to be the huge damage amp coming out of it, but...
Interesting.
Oh, yes, Dendy does pick up Chilling Touch. Praise the Lord, somebody's doing it. It's about time. This skill has been buffed and buffed and buffed, and people keep telling me, no, you shouldn't get that skill because it reduces your attack speed. But the magic damage it gives is huge. Oh my god, the shackles from Dement now. The Black Hole's gonna fall off. The Ravage interrupts it, though. Arzo is slightly on the outside. CHW is gonna get picked off. The heals are insane. He's not gonna be able to live, though. Great ulti from Dendy. Puts on another Anchor Smash before he dies. Did he steal Ravage? He did not. He stole a Gush.
So sad. Every Rubik streams to steal that Ravage.
Yeah, nice cold feet. Gonna do some damage to Quicks. I don't think they will latch the stun, and they will not. There's another Chilling Touch. 50 magic damage. This is used against creeps or heroes. That's the big difference. It previously was only against heroes, but now works against creeps as well. And as he skills this up to 80 damage per hit, and most importantly, they don't have very much hard carry potential in the late game, and Chilling Touch is actually going to give it to them. All they need is right clicks, and they can get it. Nature's Prophet actually TPs and takes out a courier. Was a dire courier. Here comes the arrow. Oh, great deny. Dement played excellent this game. Grabbing a deny in the bot lane. No shackle latch on Hvost. They're gotta be upset about that one.
And Puppey has picked up an Oblivion staff.
Really? Is he going to Orchid? I guess he probably is. It's not going to be a refresher. He's going to get Malphite to actually CHW chasing after this one. I think he might be in trouble. There's one disable. Oh, great ulti coming through. The A ulti is going to hit though. Oh, it actually misses just barely. Puppey goes invisible. And now for the juke, he's got to blink in 1 second as well. Hopefully he earns and then blinks. He sees the heroes. He's going to have to blink.
Oh, blink.
There he gets out. Just, that was really close. Wow, Hvost actually snags the kill with an arrow apparently. Grabs Enigma, Puppey goes back in, wants to fight Phaelitz. Will he use the earn aggressively? We'll see. There's a great force staff from Phaelitz. Goes back to the opposite side. Puppey now gonna retreat. He's actually gonna farm. It's gonna farm a little bit.
Yeah, and with that, he's able to finish up his Orchid, but now it looks like he's probably gonna die. This is a pretty dead Puppey.
Yeah, pushed his luck a little too far there. He really wanted the kill against Nature's Prophet. Was really into that one. Didn't happen though. Aghanim Scepter is the pickup for Undying. It's not going to be a BKB. Interesting. So the thing this item does slightly increases damage amp, and by slightly I mean 5%. A very, very tiny damage amp change. It's 5% at all levels for the minimum. I think it only buffs the minimum, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. The minimum is... No, it does buff max as well. 5% for min and max. Most importantly, though, the heal is doubled, or at least increased by 50% about. So about 50% Scepter heal increase. So any creeps or heroes that die, Undying gets more survivability from it. And of course, more stats across the board. The stats are great for the hero. Didn't go out for a Vanguard or a Pipe this game. There's a TP, that was really close. So it's kind of an interesting choice. I don't know if it's necessarily the best, but most players just go for tanky Undyings. But a lot of have been opting for the Aghanims this game.
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen that in a while. And I mean, I think it's a good choice. The heal is basically the same thing as getting Heart, but you also have all the additional attributes. And by the heal, I mean like in fights when you use your Flesh Golem.
Yeah, you can get a lot of heals out of it.
Yeah, it can give you an unbelievable amount of health, especially when you're facing up against really, really tanky heroes that have a ton of health, like Chaos Knight. He did opt for the Armlet build, so he's not going to have nearly as much health as fast.
That's okay, though. It's really about getting damage, and all of this damage that you get from the Armlet does get put onto your illusions, so they makes them very, very strong. The strength going to them. It was a Orchid out of Puppey, actually. Now, the reason he probably grabbed this, first of all, lots of pretty much unlimited mana regen before, whereas Axe would normally have slight issues. He's actually looking for a Chaos Knight. He will spot him. There's the blink forward. Here's the first disable. He will use an Orchid in a second. There's the Orchid as well as the Battle Hunger, but everybody on the Radiant team showing up. Dire team as well. This is going to be a small fight. Starstorm gives him some damage. Black Hole catches two. There's a split off from Sky. Another stun on Vos, and wow, they're going to lose two very easily there. Puppey being really aggressive, trying to score solo kills this game, but he's kind of dicking around. I mean, that's what it looks like for me. He's trying to get solo kills. They could, like, try to gank and teamfight with their allies, but he's just constantly looking for kills, and the Radiant Team GL is just waiting by their allies at all time and counter-initiating, and they lose two core heroes because of it.
Yep, that's that's a very accurate assessment. I mean, he's just looking for solo kills, and then their whole team showed up, and it was only Hvost for his reinforcements, and that was just not enough.
Oh, Ravage almost coming from Arzard as well. Arrow's going to land Tombstone as well. Couple zombies hitting people, going after Sky. Dendy's got one Force Staff. There's the Ice Vortex, going to buy him a second here. There's the Chilling Touch, and here comes the sick right click. Look at the 60 magic damage per hit now. 2 points into the skill. Dement is now in Biz, shifting back mid, and they will defend that very easily. So at least they make up for the 2 deaths with a kill on the Chaos Knight.
Yep, I think that's worth it at this point. I mean, Chaos Knight's going to be pretty scary pretty soon. Looks like he's probably going to be going for a BKB, and once he gets that, he's going to have free reign over these team fights. They already didn't really have any disables, but now they're not even going to be able to touch him. I mean, their right click is not that strong except for Mirana. So.
What about Chilling Touch, man? That's 6 Chilling Touch damage.
6 Chilling Touch damage.
It is. He's maxing it out. Dendy, I'm proud of you. Today is the day, guys, where AAs for the rest of the existence of Dota 2 now pick up Chilling Touch as a skill in the late game. I don't think it should be gotten early because it's 2 mana expensive, but in the mid to late game, it's better than stats. I mean, his HP is still disgustingly low, though, I'd like to point out. Disgustingly. He's got 2,600 gold. I don't know what he's saving for. It might be a sheep or something, because they do need something to maybe out-carry or shut down. Man, big power shot here. Navi might get dived on, we'll see. Puppey has already used Tranquil. His HP is getting pretty low. Arzar trying to slow things down. Priest of Moon uses her ulti. Do they have a sentry? Dement takes some hits. I don't think they can see this, actually. They're still going now. Vos, what is he doing? He's going to leap on the high ground. He's in a lot of trouble. Takes a shackle. Mini stun, though. There's the Manta style. Goes up. Puppy counter initiates. This might save him. Here comes the possible black hole. A ulti lands on 2. Huge ulti from Dendy, as well as Puppy. Puppy escaping now. Phalet's taking more right clicks. Arrow's going to miss, I think. Yeah, Phalet's. There's another Ice Vortex looking for stuns, but a couple right clicks on Phalet's, and then bonus damage just might get. Oh, man, is he going to survive?
That was
sick. Just barely. Both getting the sight through the trees. And Arzard's going to Ravage on Dement, wants to guarantee this kill, and they do grab the Dement kill. So, wow. Huge counter initiation from Puppy that absolutely saved Tavos' life big time. It wasn't even close, and he did steal Tombstone. Dueling zombies. Can you spawn zombies on zombies? That's the real question.
Zombies on zombies on zombies. Man, that was a sick counter initiation. I thought Havos was so dead.
Me too. Thought he was 100% dead. And Navi does, Dendy does pick up a Mystic Staff, so bonus 25 damage here. Huge int pool, and is going to be going for a Sheepstick. Grabs a Void Stone next. He's going to AA ulti the bot lane for some last hits. There it is. It's so nice to have level 3 Ice Blast, because then you start killing everything with your ulti. It's like, oh, they're pushing somewhere? I'll just throw this huge nuke.
Not anymore.
Solve the problem.
And now Quick's going for a BKB as well. Interesting.
Which guy was Quick's?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to have a lot of issues in the mid to late. Well, you know, he's already got a Blink Dagger, and survivability is Rubik's weak point, so I don't think this is unrealistic. But the downside is that there's not that many of their disables that you can stop. You're not going to be able to stop Berserker's Call. You'll stop the Battle Hunger damage. You can stop the A ulti, that's also pretty nice. And Ravage as well, but I mean, they don't have that many disables, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's worth it entirely.
Yeah, and I mean, I understand for Chaos Knight, because he just absolutely needs to walk around and kill everything, but for Rubik, I think the Blink Dagger or, Force Staff might have been helpful as well. I'm not sure. I think there might have been better options. Well, the mobility from a Force Staff might have been a bit better. Maybe you could have stolen Ravage easier. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but the survivability's got to be there as well. I think Dendy's play of Rubik, where he always goes Blink Force Staff, it's really good because Dendy is so good that he can actually use those skills to dodge everything. But whenever he has that, he still has like 1,900 HP. He doesn't have much survivability. So if you don't play it perfectly, it's definitely going to be more of a liability than something that you can use offensively. Like, Dendy always gets it, but I literally don't think any pub at all should not get that double bill. It's just not good enough. Especially if you're team fighting and playing very serious. I don't think it's worth it.
A ulti's sailing out in the sky, and that's actually a pretty fair bit of damage that he's going to have to walk back and heal from.
Yep.
He's got his Mythical Hammer now. He's about 1,000 away, a little less than 1,000 away from his BKB.
And this is going to buy them some slight time to actually push, because they know that he's going back to heal. Will they go for the tower, though? I think Arzard's going to come forward. He's going to hit it, but nobody else is hitting this. And the TP, will they get the last hit? Ancient Person gets his shackle on A, though. And there it is, Chilling Touch.
Yeah, this is smart play by Navi. We've seen them every single time they fight, they have Ravage. Whether they use it or not, or whether they only have to use it on one hero, almost no matter what, they have that Ravage, so they can guarantee that they're going to win that fight. And at this point, there still is no one with BKB, so...
Wow.
It's a pretty smart move. Navi play, I guess it should be smart.
So as
Blink Dagger now in AA.
As this team fight initiates... Oh, he does have one. Yes, he does. Arrow's going to land on Quicks. This is really bad for him. Guaranteed kill. Doesn't even need the A ulti. Look at that burst damage. And that's all it takes. That is why people draft Mirana. All it takes is one small mistake, and they get a free Rax. And that's what's happening now. They are already going to have trouble fighting this, and now they're a 5v4. Rubik cannot buy back. He's dead for 40 seconds, and they get the tower. The Rax will fall after. They can't fight this because they know that there's a Ravage on Tidehunter, so they're just going to have to sit back and let it go. One little mistake. Arrow's good.
Yeah, the problem now is if they try to defend it, they'll probably lose 2 Raxes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they still probably will, but it pretty much guarantees it. So, good play by Navi, and that guy got chopped. That's what I have to say.
Yep, Chilling Touch is up, and they will shift. Shackle on Puppy's Wolves, Arzart. Nice power shot on 2. Light of Heaven actually has the Vlads now, so opting for a little bit of ore items. In the meantime, Nature's Prophet is backdooring. It's the best thing he could do. He's like, well, we're not going to win a team fight. Might as well try to take their Rax. And it is only going to be a single Rax here. Dendy gets out. He's going to have enough for a Sheepstick. He's going to ulti the top lane. Doesn't hit a whole lot, though. Mostly everything gone. Phalet's actually TPing in. Wants to grab Dendy. Dendy doesn't have a TP scroll, actually. He's in a lot of trouble. Uses Chilling Touch on himself. But Phaletz runs away. There's the Reality Rift, and that is a dead Dendy, no matter what. He did spend his gold and only loses about 8. But he does feed EXP and is dead for 64 seconds. But at least he didn't lose too much.
Yeah, I mean, he managed to buy the item, so it's not a complete catastrophe, but not having that ultimate is really annoying.
Puppy might be in trouble mid lane as well. Gets caught. Quick's gonna fall, but the telekinesis sends it back. Oh, he actually pulls Berserker's Call. He needs to initiate, but it's a battle hungry, so he can't blink initiate anymore. Mirana gets a kill in the jungle on Nature's Prophet. That was, it's got an MKB as well as the Aegis. So it's sitting on some pretty awesome damage right now. Puppy actually runs back in again, gets shackled to a single creep. Another power shot, spinning like crazy, but man, he is just seriously trolling this game.
Full on Puppy troll, and Vos is gonna, this Aegis is gonna be gone and very, very soon. Hold on. About a minute. Just gotta be careful.
Rubik buys BKB. Chaos Knight has BKB, and I dare say the Radiant team's ready to fight. Enigma's 400 gold actually away from his BKB. He really wants this. There's a leap to the high ground. They do spot the Chaos Knight now. All comes down to the arrow. He's just going to right-click this a few times. I dare say he should look... Oh, there's the illusions. Oh, man, quad illusions. Illusions as well. Havos going to eat the stun, though. He's taking the right-click. Might need a Ravage. Arzart's going to hesitate, and it's gone. Man, Aegis is gone already. BKBs are up as well. There's the Sentry Ward, so they will have to fight now. Arzart takes the nukes. Gets killed so fast. That is Chaos Knight, man. He does so much damage. Ancient Apparition ulti will land on a couple. Arrow as well. Gonna hit an illusion. No kills there. Sprout on Dendy now. 4 staffs away to get out. He's got a Hex if he needs it. There's the Shackle. Not gonna latch. Dendy eats a power shot. Dement wants to kill possibly. There's another Sprout. He's caught this time. Chilling Touch is used. He's gonna Hex. Reality Rift stun. 4 seconds stun on Dendy. He's in so much trouble. Light of Heaven puts a Tombstone down. Hasn't popped his ulti yet, but Havos gets a kill on the Nature's Prophet at least. And High Ground Light of Heaven will not get this one. No stun there. 2 dead heroes for 2 dead heroes. No Ravage used, so they can push after this regardless.
Yeah, Havos did a ton of damage as soon as they were done disabling. He just stood there and right-clicked.
Did he? I didn't notice that.
And he killed. That's when he killed Rubik and Nature's Prophet. Arzart, really unfortunate. He was just waiting for those BKBs to run out before he ravaged, and didn't get the chance. Died beforehand. But now the good news is that these BKBs are. Oh no, they're almost back up again. Never mind. I was gonna say the BKBs might be down long enough for them to fight, but they're up in like 5 seconds. So.
Yeah, I dare say that he maybe should have just ravaged it. Honestly, even if they had the BKBs up, because it would have shut down the illusions, he would have stayed alive. Which,
that's true.
I mean, he was looking to make a big play, and they did get crits off, so maybe he wasn't expecting that. But they crit him pretty hard there. They threw the stun, they crit him right after the Kraken Shell procced, and he just died in 2 shots there. Doesn't have that much survivability, he doesn't have a plate mail or anything like that. But as a support here, his items are not bad at all. I'm just saying, like, it's hard to survive against the Chaos Knight. You really need a lot of tank to be able to survive that alpha. Mask and Madness picked up by Mirana. Going for utter seriousness here, right, guys? Totally.
Oh man, it's part of the reason why people like this team so much.
Yep. Comes
an arrow sailing in again. Nope.
Gonna miss.
Not his finest arrow. And now thus begins the beginning of the end. I would say of their mid racks.
Yeah. I mean, they have been doing their best to throw this game away. It's only 28-26. Out Shackle and Bose eats an arrow as well. There's the blink in. Oh, he blinked back, actually. That was a mistake. Black Hole. Oh, the BKB as well grabs 3. This looks really bad. Even Puppy walks in. Can they find it, though? Mech is used. Dendy actually gets out just in time, but there's so many BKBs up. Light of Heaven is getting low. Puppy is really low. Havos gets initiated on again, but the slow comes down. The Ravage finally hits, catches all 4, maybe even 5. I think he got everybody with that Arzart. Huge Ravage coming through. Quicks is getting low as well. They're not done chasing, and everybody in Navi is still alive somehow, despite the slight mess-ups. I'm pretty sure we saw a double click on the Blink Dagger for Arzart. He blinked out. He wanted to go in, I think. And then the Black Hole came through and they couldn't stop it. He comes back in again, wants to jump on clicks, more right clicks. Havos' damage is enough and he goes down. Dement as well, taking some more hits. Arrow comes through and that's a guaranteed kill. Puppy gets a huge movement speed for the allies. Urn's going to be used as well. And how did they survive that? Everybody.
How did that happen?
They just... Havos is going to die this down. He does get the kill though. Man.
Oh my god, I can't believe that. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, that was just amazing. They barely survived it. There's just not enough damage on the Radiant team or something. Was Chaos Knight in there hitting people? I don't know, but they all survived.
Maybe he got unbelievably unlucky or something, but I mean, Dendy has like no health in general. Light of Heaven does have the
the reverse, so I guess that's pretty decent. But I can't believe they all lived through that. That was unbelievable. They turned that around. Jesus.
Snow heading on the mid lane. Rax is going to be going down. There will be maybe some defense from Sky. He has no ulti though. 53 seconds. Puppey actually is like, no way. I'm fighting you under your towers. BKB is popped. Armlet is used. He wants to grab Dendy. Dendy's got to be careful. Stun's going to land on Arzar instead. There's a tombstone and a huge heal of Puppey. 500 HP there. And that is going to force a retreat. So in the meantime, going to kill some more creeps. Push some tier 4 towers. And a mini stun on Arzard. He might be in trouble. Eats a 4-second. Puppey counter initiates. Grabs 2 actually. Nice play there. Battle Hunger as well. A ulti lands. But BKB on Quicks is going to stop it. They're just trying to keep him in the fountain. And that's all that's happening here.
Yeah, man. The creeps can finish the game for them. They just want to have their fun.
There's Black Hole in 60. Chilling Touch goes in. Here comes some right clicks on Phaelets. A couple right clicks all over the place. Light Heaven uses ulti again. Big damage amp coming through. More spins. Sky's getting really low, and yeah, they're going to go and pick him off. Puppey's still chasing, wants to get a Battle Hunger off or something. Berserker's Call perhaps fail. It's another great Force Staff. He blinks in, goes for the ulti. Are they going to grab him? He might TP out. No, gets killed. Puppey's so low, though. He does get killed. Quicks goes back in as well. Uses Anchor Smash, gets killed. 3 dead heroes on the raiding team. Only Axe dying. Good game, well played is called, and that is game 1 of Navi versus GL.
Oh my god. That was a crazy game. That was really funny. Ultra kill for Denny on Ancient Apparition. And I still can't believe that they lived through that black hole. It's like, oh, well, they're dead now. They're probably going to lose. And then somehow they healed all the way through it. And that was nuts.
Dude, these right clicks are hitting for like 200 damage with Chilling Touch and Ice Vortex.
Chilling Touch.
And Ice Vortex. It's about the Vortex as well. The damage decrease. You get the Black Hole on his soul. Denny's going to die from this, actually. Sick plays, man. Light of Heaven's like, nah, I've got this, guys. I've got tower. No, he's actually... No, he is there. Denny's smiling about it, so... We'll just see Enigma DC as he dies to a creep, hopefully. Nope. He's gonna spawn some Eidolons. Light of Heaven really wants to kill. I mean, Light of Heaven could get this kill, but no. No, the zombie. The zombies. Oh my god, the zombies! Nope, the heal. Okay. So yeah, that's game 1, guys. We're gonna have a second game coming up in a second for Navi versus GL. Navi takes the first one with some interesting play. Axe picks. I don't know who disconnected first. It was Enigma. So it's gonna be a Navi victory here, according to the game. We'll be back in a second with game 2. See if Navi can take a second point. My name's Purge, and I was here with WhatIsHip, and this is for the Ghost League. So go check out play.GosuGamers.net if you guys want to see any of the standings. Shoutouts to our sponsors, Avery Media, as well as Rocket. I am streaming right now with an Avery Media capture card, so I hope you guys enjoy it. And we'll be back in just a bit with game 2. Don't go anywhere.